Should it be like that? How you doing today, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Cheapskate Nation. So I got a little problem with my excavator. I'm back here doing some yard work in the back. You can see behind me, it's been in other previous videos. I was on the other side of the creek there, taking out that other hazelnut tree, just making the excavator work real hard, and started to develop a little bit of a noise. It's got about 50 hours on it, I'm guessing, because the hour meter doesn't really work that well because it wasn't wired right. So we're gonna get it washed up and start taking it apart and find out what's wrong with it and show you guys what could go wrong with these cheap Chinese excavators. Well, this is no good. I'm missing the O-ring. Great. So now that I got this back here at the garage, one of the main things that I wanted to show you is, watch this. That's a lot of slop in that. Now the other part that I was up on the hill and uneven surfaces and everything else, but it felt like the whole thing was rocking back and forth on me too. Let's check that out. Now when I do that, it feels like I'm just moving the excavator arm. So that tells me that it's probably just a swing motor that is loose, gone bad, maybe even stripped. Who knows? We're not gonna know until we pull it apart and find out. Bro, you're ruining my video. So yes, this is a cheap Chinese excavator, and no, I don't know everything there is to know about them, but I got a little bit of hydraulic knowledge, and I think that swing motor is going to be down below this plate. So we're going to grab a 12mm on the impact and see if it comes right up and see what we get. So I zipped out these 3 bolts, and this plate is coming loose, but it's wedged underneath the cab over here and right here. It's just barely under there. I wonder if I can get a pry bar in here and pop it up. So I got the pry bar under there and popped it up this far, but it still don't want to come out. It's getting trapped underneath the bolts now. Great. Let's work it down here. Little guys are kind of interesting to work on. I think I can get it now. Well, we're getting somewhere. I gotta put the camera down. We got the plate off, and I found some interesting things. Or at least one interesting thing. So right here's my rotator pump. It's got 4 bolts that hold it in. It's missing one. Or the head of one. And check this out. I can move that up and down, and back and forth. That shouldn't be like that at all. So I'm hoping that's the only issue. Let's see if we can get this thing up and out of there, and what am I going to do about that bolt? Dang it, that's in a tight spot. Actually, I'm really surprised these things are coming out by hand as long as I can get my hand in there. That's terrible. So, things to know. Alright, after fighting with it for about 6 minutes here, I got the pump free. Now check out what... I can spin this thing any which way I want. Just like that. So next thing to do is to go ahead and get that broken bolt out, and then we'll have to run down to the auto parts store or hardware store and find 4 new ones, preferably hex head, some red ultra Loctite, and sink those suckers in there so they never come out again. I actually was looking at the gear. I'll show you here right now. The gear doesn't look too bad. So the gear right there, it all, from what I can see right now, it looks okay. I guess I could fire it up and rotate it. Yeah, let's do it. this is good to know we figured out what's wrong with it. I'm going to run down and get some bolts and put it back together. Also, one thing I am not impressed with on this thumb, there's no point here. It needs to be sharper. Absolutely needs to be sharper. Every time I go to pick up a tree with it, or a log or anything else, it just seems like the log grabs down and slips off. So I think more of like a pointed in type thing would probably be just fine, and probably help it grab a little bit better. You know, I was looking at that gear there too. It doesn't look like it's getting greased all that much. You know, I was kind of expecting it to be the other way around, where that motor gear was going to be sitting and the ring was going to be on the outside of it, not on the inside. So I was kind of shocked by that, but other than that, yeah. So that's what you got to look out for on these cheap Chinese excavators. Loose bolts, loose parts. If you're going to buy one, go ahead and buy one. You get a lot of bang for your buck at $5 grand. I'm into this one just under $5 grand, or my purchase price was. And that was, you know, I actually bidded on it and I got it for $4,300, and then with fees and lot fees and taxes and more taxes and import taxes, and you get the idea. It was like $49.18 for this machine. It's been a great machine. I love it. You know, the bucket on it does about 3 shovels full for every 1 regular shovel. So handheld shovel. So yeah, it's good. I'm rambling. That's great. So I gotta admit, I was abusing the hell out of the excavator. I was rotating it back and forth, trying to use the teeth kind of like a saw blade to rip out roots, and I don't think that these excavators are meant to handle that. So yeah, use at your own risk if you're gonna buy one, or if you own one and you're looking for tips to how to use it and watching this video. Cautionary of this situation. God dang, I'm so happy they have these little things. M10 by 1.5. All right, well, we're back here at the excavator now. We're gonna try to get that broken off bolt out and put the 4 new bolts in and hope to God it works fine like it should. Yeah, come on, get out of the way. It's kind of, hopefully I can turn it by, oh my God. This is my day. I can turn it by hand. Here it comes. Here it comes. It's getting close. It's getting closer. There it is. That thing's sheared off in there. All right, we got 4 new bolts. I gotta go find the right size socket for these, and maybe all's well will ends well. Let's jam this thing up before it starts raining. Go ahead, and if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. And I'll tell you why. Because I plan to put out these videos every time this excavator breaks. I plan to do a how-to video on it. And this is how to fix your rotator motor. At least this part of it. There might be worse parts of it, but I keep on planning to put out these. So go ahead, if you made it this far in the video, click the subscribe button and click that little bell so you get notified. Because I might find other issues with this little thing. All these things are built just about the same. But if I find more issues, I'm going to bring it up. Like, I got another issue with this that I need to really take care of. I'll show you here in a few minutes after I get this done. Alright, 1 bolt, 1 starter motor back in its hole. Come on. That actually looked like it lined up with the holes, and if it's in place, it's in place, right? That's all I care about. And see, there's just no room for me to fit my hand down in here, so I'm gonna get some tape. So I got a long enough socket. I do. I got it on a wobble bit so I can get it at an angle, because the pump motor diameter actually goes over top of the head of the bolt. I'll be right back. So I got a bolt with a lock washer on it. I'm gonna wrap the whole thing in tape. Assuming that the tape is going to be left behind, I don't really care. Then we're going to jam it into the socket like that, because I can't get my hand in there. Make sure the ratchet's going the right way. I should have got the impact bit, but whatever. Let's get this started by hand. Oh, don't tell me it's cross-threading already. I just want to get them started. I don't want to get them real tight. Oh no. Of course the socket stayed on it. Problem number 2. Alright, well that one looks like it's going in. So let me explain something to you real quick. The holes on the starter motor are like this big, and the bolt is like this big. And is what it means to me is that I can take this hole and offset it, or offset that whole starter motor, and those teeth are not going to be engaging all the way like they should be. So I just want to get all 4 bolts in, started, and then is what I want to do is I want to lift the arm back up, or the bucket back up off the ground, because it's on the ground right now, and then wiggle it back and forth, and then move the rotator motor as close, or force it into that ring gear as much as I possibly can before I tighten it all the way down. That way the teeth are getting as much contact as possible, and that's going to be probably the most crucial thing to making this thing last any length of time at all, and it'll give it more strength. You know, if you only got this much of your teeth right here contacted, it's going to want to strip. It's no bite there. So if they're like this, there's more bite. I hope that explains what I'm going after. If it doesn't, comment down below, and I'll see if I can't do a better explanation of it. But let's get the other 3 bolts in there and get this thing back together. And yes, I am Loctite in these bolts, because I don't want them to come back out again. This is the blue. It's a medium strength. That's what I had, so that's what I'm using. 1 bottle of this stuff will last you a lifetime, it seems like. Let's do the same thing on this one. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do when it comes to the other 2 bolts in the back, because they are a bear to get to. I might be able to lift the seat up and get to them from the back side. I don't know. But I got a gas tank to compete with. That's another issue with this particular model, since it has the cab on it. The cab is great for cold weather, don't get me wrong. Sucks for hot weather. So it's 4 bolts to take it off, and I hope there's an electrical plug for the fan and light. I don't know yet, but is what it is. Okay, that one's started. Let's grab the wrench. Oh, there she goes. I'm just happy that these threads didn't strip out. Or maybe this one did. Maybe that's why it's coming out. Yeah, it feels like that one might have stripped. Damn it. It's no buenos. Oh, it's not even threading in. Let me get the camera down here so you can kind of see what I'm doing as best as I can. get started by hand? There's only one that you can really get started by hand. Oh, it's Dawn. Dawn showed up. You gonna say hi to everybody? Well, I apologize for the end of this video. It just got too dark to film. It's a lot tighter now. It doesn't want to swing anymore. Or it swings, you know, back and forth about that much, which there's always going to be some slop. I went ahead and greased everything. It's time to go put it away. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing to my videos. I really appreciate it. Like I said before, every time this thing breaks, I'm going to make a video on what broke and how to fix it. We'll catch you next time. Now that big thing in there is a stump that I pulled out with the excavator. Did a fine job of this one.